we are gearing up to celebrate our nation's rich and diverse culture on Heritage Day this Sunday. And joining us today are two phenomenal women. Both are trailblazers, philanthropists, successful entrepreneurs, beautiful, bold, inspiring, and the list goes on and on and on. To give us their own perspective on what heritage means to them, please welcome Basetsana Kumalo and Khanyisa Malabi. Welcome to Afternoon Express. It is so beautiful to have you in studio with us, and you both are bursting with this cacophony of color and heritage. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Zee. You look beautiful as always, my dear friend.
Thank you. So, Basi, I want to start with you. Your outfit is so beautiful, and I can see that it's steeped in heritage. Please tell me what heritage means for you.
Heritage means, for me, a celebration of one's roots, one's lineage, and a celebration of where one comes from in terms of generationally.
Yes.
So my mother, may her soul rest in peace, was a Xhosa matriarch.
Yes.
My dad, Motswana. But today, I decided to celebrate my mother's roots by wearing isiXhosa umbhaco, to really just ignite her spirit. And yeah, to be able to say that I am a Xhosa proud woman, raised by a Xhosa strong woman. And so heritage is something that, you know, when you look back, you also want your children to carry that.
Yes.
Because that gives you a sense of identity. You know who you are, where you come from, and you can be able to stand tall anywhere in the world because you know your essence and your roots.
I love that. It sounds to me like your heritage is what anchors you. Do you feel that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a conduit to what we are searching for. We are looking for that identity and where we come from. There's a part in your book where you wrote about those coal stoves. During the day, there would be a stewing, lovely, a stew of something and some dombolo and some Cornish chicken roasting in the oven. And in the evening, what were they? A beautiful fireplace.
Wow.
And for me, that is what we are searching for. That identity, that is so simple, that is so heartwarming. That is the essence of the people that we are.
Amen. Absolutely.
I cannot not tap on the fact that the two of you have the most beautiful friendship. It is visible, it is palpable, and it's electrifying. Please tell me about your friendship.
Twin flames.
We call each other twin flames.
Oh, beautiful.
Kindred spirits. And so how Khanyisa and I met, our sons go to the same school in the Midlands. And 5 years ago, we were these new, very nervous moms who were going to leave our precious boys in a boarding school environment. I locked eyes with Khanyisa in the room, and then I knew that her and I were meant to connect. And our boys are best friends and like brothers in arms. And so, yeah, this is how we met 5 years ago, and it's just been a beautiful journey. I learned so much from this woman. She's inspires me in so many ways. And yeah, so it's been a 5-year-long journey. The boys are in matric.
Yes.
Wonderful, wow.
They just had a matric dance 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And,
congratulations.
Thank you.
I know that's a tough one when your heart walks outside of your body and then you connect with someone that understands your language, and I guess that's what you've been to each other. So I've got to ask you this question. As women that can tap into tradition so easily and into heritage so easily, what is it like raising children in a modern, contemporary world and still trying to instill heritage?
I think it's something that actually speaks to the core of who you are. You know, their beliefs of leading by example through keeping nostalgia present, through keeping tradition present. And we smash them with love. We know how to smash them with food. There's always the food preparation central to it. So there is no formula to it. You know, sometimes we fumble as we go along, but we can only feel and lead by example. And I think by blessing both our boys, they have mirrored our mission of what we are trying to achieve, when we look at them in hindsight, there is something that we are doing that is working well.
Just to add on to that, you know, I think for me, for example, when Nati comes home, he knows that roast, that leg of lamb falling off the bone.
Hashtag Bassi Cooks.
You actually came up with that, remember?
I did.
And he always says, Mom, you know, I know when I come home, you're going to have that Sunday roast happening. So it's also just about creating memories. There's something to be said about food, conviviality, breaking bread, being together, that children will always remember.
What are your thoughts on cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation? Because I know as a mom at school as well, Heritage Day can bring up a lot of anxiety for a lot of children. For example, my children that come from a mixed race family, different cultures, it's sometimes hard. And sometimes we find that kids are wearing, you know, Protea shirts or Springbok shirts for Heritage Day because they can't really find themselves rooted to something. What is your take on that?
Wow, Z, that's an interesting one. I think, firstly, it's important for children to have a cultural appreciation.
Yes.
It gives them a sense of identity, a compass, perhaps, of where they come from. And that needs to be celebrated because we do not want a generation of young people who do not know where they come from.
Yeah.
You know, it gives us a sense of also tolerance.
Yes.
When you understand somebody else's culture.
Yes.
And I think it's in the beauty of being able to say, now I understand Khanyisa's culture as a Tsonga woman, and she can own it and appropriate it in the sense that, for example, even through the book that you've written, you've exposed us to how you grew up. And in the society we live in, sometimes, you know, we find people who are lost in terms of where do I belong?
Yeah.
But it's about celebrating each other's uniqueness, I think.
Yes.
And yeah.
We have a mission, we have an obligation to keep the tradition alive.
I love that. We have a mission and a tradition to keep it alive. That's what it's about. Later on in the show, our special guest head on over to the kitchen to cook, am I pronouncing this right, Magwinya?
Magwinya.
Magwinya, with Thai curry sauce straight out of Khanyisa's latest cookbook. And then on social media, we want to know from you, what is your favorite way to celebrate your heritage? Leave your comments on our social media pages and remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express. We'll see you in a bit.